mighty men out of feeble men. It is only about intimacy. And inside intimacy, it's not a function of time. Our generation have been colonized by strange voices. I see the young man in our generation, he wants to put it online that he has done 12 hours prayer. That them, if they don't pray for 8 hours, somebody says, once we have not touched 8 hours, we have not breathed yet. You know, and it sounds noble. What does our generation call prayer? Prayer is a violent venture. Let me share something with you. The thing I want to say, I pray that you hear what I said, not something else. I hope you know prayer is a conversation between you and God. Is there a conversation that is only one-sided? That you're just the only one talking till the end? As you finish, then you now turn and walk away. You didn't hear anything. Mind you, in Zion, you only travail so that you can bring forth. If you have not brought forth, you wasted your time. We claim we are traveling, but all we are doing, we're exciting ourselves. It's because you are still young. That's why you are carrying chair if you want to pray. Be doing it like this. Two brothers will lock their hand like this, and then they'll be doing like this before. When you become 50 years, you will learn that prayer is about talking to God. You will know why the elders. It was Apostle Joshua Selman that was sharing. They went for a conference. One brother went and stayed near the ear Adeboye. Say, let him hear how these kind of people pray. And why people are shouting. You know, some of you are intimidated very quickly. You enter a prayer meeting and you see a brother doing like this. And then you that have your own language with God, and all God wanted is intimacy. That place where only you and him. Some of you, what takes you there is a song, but you have lost your code, your weapon in the spirit. Every warrior has a weapon. David did not fight with a sword, he fought with a sling. Where have you heard of a warrior that is turning a rope? Because in your secret days, he will give you your secret weapon. In the day where Goliath shows up, don't use a new weapon. Use the thing you have mastered. You have been singing in the secret place. You come to the open. You want to be gesticulating. You want to show men that you too, you can cancel 7 hours. If you use a new weapon, Goliath will destroy you. You have not mastered it. Saul came to him and said, take my armor, take my sword. He says, I have not earned it. He went back to the ancient weapon he used. Where are those people that used to sing and just sing, and the presence of God will fill the room, and you will lie down there for like 3 hours, and scriptures will be bombarding your soul? That is your own weapon. What the church has been colonized. You think that it is about shouting. You will soon find out very soon. If all of our voices put together have culminated into anything, our land will not be the way it is. Go on the internet and find the prayer tonic everywhere. I have had cause by the grace of the Lord to travel extensively lately, and I went to the east. I found out in the west, in the east, in the north, everywhere insecurity is a challenge. It's just that the nature is different. There are killings going on everywhere, and yet the church is currently bragging of prayer. It's because we have lost the lexicon of what prayer is. When the elders defined prayer, it was conversation with a spirit. Prayer did not end until they heard God's side in the matter. You go and talk about house rent, talk about wife, talk about school fees, you get up and leave. You don't know that who you went to, he has something he wanted to tell you too. This is what we do every week. And you think it is about that alone. There was a point where you will be still and know that he is God. An army is coming behind Israel. Egyptian warriors were charging towards them, and they entered panic, and Moses went to God, and God says, calm them down. Be still. Be still. Be still. Have you learned how to wield his presence in stillness? The elders had an ancient secret of meditation. They will stay with one scripture. A man will stay with one scripture for 2 months. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light to my paths. As he is meditating it, it was once light is changing into life. A time will come, he will become the proof of that scripture. Him and the scripture has become one. The way a warrior and his weapon can be inseparable. We don't stay with scripture, we don't meditate. Let me tell you one of the tributaries of prayer. When you pray to an extent, a scripture is supposed to pop up in your soul. When that scripture comes out, that is God telling you something about your prayer. If you are praying and you are not listening to hear from the other end, you are wasting time, because at the end it's just your lost. It's the things you wanted, and many men have journeyed in that path before you, and their end was unfortunate. It is a good time to know what the verdict of the great king is. Sometimes you go to pray and he can just tell you, quiet. Anybody here who have journeyed that path, you confirm the things I've said. You went with zeal, and when you entered there, something told you today, just kneel down and be quiet. After 2 hours of kneeling down, you get up with a knowing that it is done. Who told you that you know his ways? Who told you that you understand his patterns? Who told you that every day must be the same formula? Because you shouted yesterday, tomorrow might just be dancing. For every enemy, there's an element of surprise. Everybody is, just trying to make a statement. People are praying and they are holding their phone still and recording themselves. I don't know what is going on. People are praying and they are conscious, and they are the ones holding the phone. And the brother just says, sir, I want you to just listen to the new tongues God gave me. Okay? The new tongues. People are praying and they are conscious of what they are sounding like. People are intentionally trying to sound masculine. You want to use heavy kind of utterance in your tongue. You don't know that the more flesh you commit to your tongue, the less value it has with spirits.